Welcome to the SVG-TV news for Friday, November 29th. I'm Khalil Kato with the details. 3 police officers here have been arrested and charged with various offenses, including rape. A release from the Police Public Relations Department stated that 2 of the officers were arrested and charged with the offense of rape and the other with the offenses of burglary and criminal trespass. The charges were laid against the officers yesterday and today. The release further stated that one of the officers appeared before the family court yesterday and was not called upon to plead because the offense was laid indictable. He was, however, granted bail with 1 surety. The other 2 officers were expected to appear before the family court and the serious offences court today for arraignment. The officers have been placed on suspension as it has been noted that they are deemed innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. The police high command has reassured members of the public that under no circumstances does the organization condone any unlawful acts being perpetrated by members of the SVG police force against any member of the public, as police officers took an oath to have a vested responsibility to protect citizens and visitors alike. The Special Branch Department of the SVG Police Force is more equipped to perform its duties and responsibilities in helping to safeguard the visitors and citizens alike. This through a donation of equipment valued at $2,500, which is expected to boost the branch's efficiency and overall effectiveness. Chris C. Tseng of the Embassy of the Republic of China on Taiwan handed over the pieces of equipment to Commissioner of Police Colin John at the police conference room yesterday. Commissioner John thanked the Taiwanese embassy for the donation and gave the assurance that the equipment will be put to their intended use and that every effort will be undertaken to take care of them. A date is yet to be set for a period of amnesty for marijuana cultivation and possession as the country moves towards a medical marijuana industry. This was noted by Minister of Agriculture Saboto Caesar, who was responding to a question in Parliament this week on when the amnesty date will be declared and whether everything is in place as outlined by the amnesty legislation passed in December 2018 to accommodate the amnesty. Minister Caesar told Parliament that while the regulations are completed, the license holders for the medicinal marijuana industry who will be doing extractions are still in the process of building out the infrastructure, which will take some time.
There are 2 companies in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Mr. Speaker, currently that have concluded their testing of product in country, and this was done pursuant to a scientific research permit. I want persons to note that it is clearly within international law that medicinal cannabis be used for, cannabis be used for medicinal purposes and for scientific research. However, the product produced under an illicit regime is not yet demanded by the license holders because they're putting things in place in terms of the infrastructure and the setup for the technology. And the final word is that persons who are traditional cultivators, I am advising that you apply for the traditional cultivators license and that you attend meetings and be kept informed.
As to when license holders will be able to commence the cultivation of medical cannabis here, the Agriculture Minister said this process should happen in the second half of 2020, barring any major unforeseen circumstances.
In our context, there was the clear statement of the political will to establish the industry, and that was done at the end of December 2017. Then a period of public consultations throughout the length and breadth of the country. Different groups, organizations, the Attorney General's chambers, the police, policymakers, the opposition went about to gather the information as to the texts that we as a people, the body politic, a text that we would like to derive. Then there was the drafting of the legislative framework.
The minister further noted that SVG's medicinal cannabis industry is in its 5th phase and a lot more is needed, including a lab which will cost 700,000 EC dollars to construct.
Public sector standpoint, from the standpoint of the Medicinal Cannabis Authority, a lab has to be constructed, and I am advised by the MCA that the lab will be costing something on about 700,000 Eastern Caribbean dollars to construct the lab. Persons who obtained their licenses, they have to purchase equipment. They are applying for concessions. They have to construct or rent buildings. These buildings and what will be taking place inside of these buildings must meet the requisite international standards so that they can export. They have to import strains. They have to crossbreed with local strains. Hence, we have on the order paper the Plant Breeders Protection Bill 2019, which will touch and concern other parts of agriculture.
According to Caesar, while some companies are at phase 6, which is the production stage, they have not yet started cultivation or processing because this is only the trial plot stage of production.
Companies and groups are still doing trials and they're testing different strains, cross-breeding strains, and this can go on for up to 6 months and beyond. And access in terms of acres of land under cultivation with actual production to date in the aggregate of the trial plots, we have less than 1 acre. And I want to note that this, like any other commodity, will be a demand-driven one, and it is too uncertain to predict at this point in time where the figures are going to be in terms of the anticipated returns.
The last phase of the medicinal marijuana industry is the patient access or export. Early childhood education continues to get much needed attention. Today, a groundbreaking ceremony was held for the construction of an early childhood center in Richland Park, which follows a similar event in Bayaboo last Friday. Speaking at the ceremony in Richland Park, Area Representative and Minister of Education Sinclair Jimmy Prince said early childhood centers allow for all children to start their educational journey on the same footing.
But I just like to remind us that having a preschool puts disadvantaged children on a similar plane to their counterparts. So that's what we call equity. So everybody now has access to preschool in Richland Park. It provides quality support for working families who cannot afford their care. Thus, parents are able to work with the knowledge that children are being cared for in a high quality and safe environment. Research has shown that the bulk of human learning takes place between 0 and 5 years, thus providing the opportunities for children to learn foundational skills from experts trained to use effective strategies. And this, of course, is of national benefit to everybody. Allows for early intervention among children who may need cognitive and learning support to ensure that learning takes place. So we find out what are your defects, what is wrong with you early, before you go into the big school at 5 years old.
Minister Prince said the center, which will be constructed at a cost of $1,200,000, is expected to cater to 20 to 30 children.
Of Mariaqua, it is difficult for parents or guardians to move to the different preschools throughout the valley or even outside of it. And therefore, when we bring the facilities to you, it means that you're going to access it better. The watchwords for the Ministry of Education and the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines with respect to education is access, equity, quality. A preschool in Richland Park means that there is greater access and affordability, because you know you have to pay to take your children to preschools here. Now, because of the centrality of the location, you come right here, you park on this area, you drop off your child, you go to work and come back in the afternoon. Very, very convenient. Of course, it's very close to the mother school, the Richland Park Primary School. It's also close to a health center. I don't have to tell you how convenient that would be.
Project manager at the Basic Needs Trust Fund, Dunstan Johnson, highlighted some of the many features of the facility.
There will be a sick bay, or rest bay as we call it. There will be a play area. There will be a supervisor's room. There will be storage area. There will be washroom and toilet facilities customized that and catered. That will be catered for children at that age. So you see the very small toilets and pipes and bathrooms. It will also be fitted with a kitchen. And let me say that this kitchen will be fully furnished with cooker, refrigerator, all the utensils, cups, pans, spoons, plates. There will also be a playground somewhere in the back there where there will be swings and slides for the children. And let me say also in the construction of the school that the needs, the hygienical needs, the nutritional needs, and the security of the children were highly considered in the construction of the school.
The St. Vincent Girls High School is this year's winner of the Secondary Schools Drama Festival. 13 schools had initially signed up to participate in the festival, but only 7 competed in 11 categories. Coordinator of the festival, Martin Kwashi, said that it was an intense competition.
It was very well attended, and I was so praised. The hall was packed with people, very enthusiastic people, and fans from the J.P. Eustace Memorial and fans from the Girls High School. And at the end of it, the Girls High School came out victorious, right, over the J.P. Eustace Memorial. And so the 2019 edition of the Secondary School Drama Festival, the winner is the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Girls High School. J.P. Eustace came in second, and the third place, Thomas Saunders Secondary. Really came hard this year and really did a fantastic job in terms of winning these categories. Okay, and the Girls High School, they won 2 categories. The Buckomet Bay Secondary School, they had 1, and the Bishop's College in Kingstown, they had 1.
At the finals on Wednesday, there were some persons who were not satisfied with the results. Kwashi, however, said that while he understands their complaints, there are a set of criteria which the judges followed.
Where people usually get turned off at the last day, that the finals or make noise and think that they did not win, is that the preliminary round is different than the finals day. On the preliminary round, a school can win 15 awards, but on the finals day, it is a different competition altogether. Every school starts at 0. Every school, so you do not carry any advantage. Even though you might win the preliminary round, you do not carry that advantage over into the finals in terms of marks. You might do that psychologically, right? But we don't tell the schools that they have won the preliminary round. We don't do that. They go in as wondering and wonder who get the best marks. We don't do that, because sometimes it causes a little bit of chaos and pandemonium all over the place. So they go in knowing, well, okay, both of them got the highest marks. That's all they know.
Noting that the standard of the competition has improved, Kwashi said there is still more work to be done to get more schools to participate.
If you know you want to participate in the Secondary School Drama Festival, you have to start very early. For example, if you missed it this year, then you would say, okay, let's start early, let's get a drama club together in the school, let's appoint a teacher, and then we would start to work on it. And then I told him that I'm available. I'm the drama officer. You call me, and I come to your school, and I work with you. I can work with the students. You know, that's part of what I'm doing. Don't have me here sitting down not doing anything, because I don't like it. I want to work, I want to train the people so that when they go on school, when they go on stage, they look good and they sound good, so that we can know that we have talented, because we do have talented people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The Drama Festival is an annual event hosted by the Ministry of Culture. Tourism is an important part of this country's economy, and students on the windward side of the island got the opportunity this week to learn more about the various careers and livelihood opportunities available in the sector. This through a rural tourism career fair hosted by the SVG Tourism Authority at the North Union Learning Resource Center. Various entities such as the Immigration Department, the Ministry of Tourism and the Georgetown Technical Institute were represented at the career fair with booths highlighting their work. Speaking with the Agency for Public Information was a representative of the Beckway Beach, representative of the Beckway Beach Hotel and the Grenadine House, Isola Gittins, who said the fair created a great opportunity for the youth to learn about the country's tourism industry.
Asked to be here today to assist young persons to learn a bit more about the tourism industry, and it is a field that I am passionate about and would like to see more persons in St. Vincent get involved, and that's the reason I'm here. Some of the children who pass by, they are pretty young, they do not know what they want to do as yet, but at least it is a start. But if we can get like the older students from the technical schools to come in, it would be much better to at least assist them in their growth and development.
A student of the Barley Technical Institute, Roxanne Bruce, spoke about her learning experience and some of the skills she has gained, which will assist her with a career in the hospitality sector.
We are displaying a dinner table setting, and this is how you set up a table, this is a napkin fold right here. This is a crown napkin fold. This one is a fan napkin fold. This is the butter knife side plate. This is the main fork, salad fork, the soup spoon and the knife, and this is a dessert spoon and dessert fork. That's it. Thank you. I chose this career path because I would like to be a bartender in the future.
What about bartending you like to do?
I actually like creating stuff and stuff like that.
The Intermediate High School is the Tourism Secondary School of the Year. In the inaugural competition, the school depicted SVG's ecotourism with a well-decorated classroom which showcased various tourism sites. The Beckway Anglican Primary and the Barley Government School tied for the Tourism Primary School of the Year, while the Tourism Department/Ministry of the Year title went to the Ministry of Education, Department of Libraries, Archives and Documentation Services. This department also opted to showcase ecotourism in SVG. The competition was judged on November 22nd and was aimed at bridging tourism and education through creative and innovative means. 11 schools participated in the schools category of the competition, while 4 government entities entered under the business category. The Ministry of Tourism has expressed satisfaction with the high standards displayed by the competitors, who they say have set the bar high for next year's competition. The Vinci Tourism Day competition formed part of Tourism Month activities, which will conclude tomorrow evening with the annual Tourism Awards and cocktail reception at the Sunset Shores Hotel. Black Friday sales are now becoming a popular feature in SVG. Today, several stores had Black Friday sales, and as expected, capital Kingstown was crowded as persons were taking advantage of the sales in time for the Christmas season. Our news team caught up with some persons on the streets of Kingstown to find out what they know and think about the Black Friday sales.
Very good. Only some curtains. I think it is very good. The price is very affordable.
Well, there's a lot of places still not having sales and so on. It's just 1 or 2 places, it's okay. It's okay.
So are you making sure you get your stuff?
Yeah, just something I was watching for the longest while, so now they have at least 30% off. I seize the opportunity to.
That we actually copied it from the States, but it's not as the States. You can't really compare, but at the same time I heard people are complaining that they're being tricked. Some of the prices are exactly the same, but they don't understand why the prices are the same and they're calling it Black Friday. That's what I heard on the street, okay?
I don't really get into it. I'm more focus on claim my stuff for them. So right now I can see the place is ram. You know, everybody is busy. So I guess something is magnificent is going on right now.
Really into it. I see people shopping like they're crazy. But for me, it's just an ordinary, really not into it.
Well, for me, I see they're looking for money, and I don't have that.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What do you think about this Black Friday? No, it's St.
Reading in the Bible. Did you read from the Bible? I'm just a man-made thing. Okay. I just a commercial way of making money.
But what do you know about it, though?
I know nothing because I don't follow traditions. Yeah, I'm zero to tradition. I just do my own thing.
I don't really pay much attention to it, so it's not really interests me.
Okay, but you're interested in the cheap stuff that they have now?
Well, sometimes they say it's cheap, but it's not really cheap if you compare it like actually before. They clear up the price and then they say it's cheap now. It's wrong, they just round it off. So